prepping the boat for winter. Beetje gas, gas. Ja, minder gas. Nog niet. Nog niet. Ja, doe maar uit. Stop. I am sailing. I'm actually not going anywhere. And it is partly because of Cooper, who still is recovering from a hernia. So in order to heal the hernia, he is in a submerged trap walk. And it's lighter for him to walk there. And with the help of Anouk, she guides his back legs. He is relearning to walk. So if you don't know what a hernia means for your dog, well, trust me, it's quite an impact. And what I would suggest is that you take it easy with throwing balls and stuff, because he has been a very, very active dog. But in all honesty, I think he's a little bit too active. Yes, but we're getting there, and that's good news. So obviously the dog needs his time, but it makes that I'm a little bit slow as well. So I haven't been out yet, although it's May already. Not very good, but it's also been quite shitty weather. Besides the rewiring that I did during this winter, I also arranged some other small things. The first one was when I went to Decker is to buy a new life vest. Mine couldn't be serviced anymore and I wanted to have one that is reliable, so I bought the cheapest but certified life vest I could find, with a strap behind me middle so it doesn't go floating up when I go down. The other thing that I wanted to buy was a bulletali, or a preventer in English. I've been sailing following winds now for some times, and it always struck me that it is hard to put out the head sail because there is the risk of a jibe, and I don't feel very comfortable because the boat can be quite rocky. So I decided to buy one. There was a guy that actually could make the eye on it to splice it on, and I bought a long line just in case, so I can reuse it or repurpose it for something else if I want to. Then there was the small issue of not having a life raft. I thought that was not the smartest thing if I would be going onto the sea. So I also decided to buy the cheapest life raft I could find, but it is certified for that water. I don't know if you know the North Sea, but it is really difficult not to see anything on the North Sea because it's crazy busy. So I feel comfortable with that. And then there was the last thing. If you are going to make this nice trip, if you're going to see all these amazing things, if you want to be vlogging about it, and you have an iPhone XR with a dead pixel that you also want to use as a navigation device, that might not be the best of ideas. So I decided to go for the new iPhone, which is insanely expensive on the one hand. On the other hand, it's my camera, it's my working device, it's my navigation backup device, and it is now also an emergency beacon satellite navigation device. That really did the trick for me. This one is for you, tubers. I invested in a different phone. It's a lot less gold than I expected. Ooh, it's quite spiffy on the sides. Wow. Are you ready? And then I guess, is there a...
There's not.
There's nothing here? This is it?
That's it.
Well, that's it. You're looking at the new phone. I hope you like it. I have been using my iPhone as a navigation device up till now, and it really worked like a charm. I haven't been in any super rough weather, but still. And with multiple devices that I can connect in the boat, I figured it will be a good idea to upgrade the mounting options I have. And there, Scanstrut with their rock system came to the rescue.
I have a very, very advanced machine for my navigation, and I'm actually holding it. It's my phone. As you might have seen, and I bought a professional clamp to keep it in place now. I actually also bought a clamp for my iPad, which you can see here. It's from Scanstrut, and it works in a very advanced way. You can push it, and then it closes. It's really amazing, and it works like a charm. So you can put your iPad in here, and this I want to be able to mount on my vlaggenmast pole, because they made this for it as an iPad holder, but this is fixed in one position, which is not really handy. So with this I can connect it to this extremely handy piece of equipment, which I think they just stole from a tripod. And when I would mount this on this, then I could kind of basically move it all around, which is very super convenient. And I have two of these. They clamp on these little things, but in order to put this on that, that obviously needs something. So I'm going to cut out this little piece, then I can mount it on this, then I can put this in my little pole thing, and then I connect either one of these two on top of it, which will be very convenient.
So I bought basically 3 connectors. One connector that I can connect to the pin, which I can use in the boat and under the spray hood. One connector that I can actually connect to the pedestal, and one connector which is a suction cup that I can put anywhere where it has suction.
There we have it. Quite a bit of waste for such a small piece, but okay. Now let's see if the concept actually works. This is snug fit, and then this should go up like that. And now my navigation device can be connected. But now it shows that with this little thingy, I can basically adjust it as I want. And what I really like about it, I can unclip this one and then bring out any other device, clip it on, tighten it, and now I have my iPad navigation stand, which I think is super handy. So let's put it in the boat and let's see.
But let's start with the pedestal. Mount it to the pedestal in such a way that when standing you can actually see where you're going on the charts.
So up to now I've been using this wicked little system. Actually works quite well with a piece of klittenband, we call it. No scratches, no trouble, but the problem is it only fits in one way and it only fits one device. So it slides on and it's super fiddly. Turning it is like not very easy. So although it served me well top peak for about 3 years, I now want to install something more sturdy. First, I'm going to install this bit on here. It comes with this whole set of adjustable rubbers, which obviously is very handy. And I only need this because this is too big, so we probably have some waste, which is a shame, but I think it's what the world is these days. Normally I'm not that precise. If it fits, right? But this time I did want to share with you how neatly it fits and how precisely it's manufactured. So this really is a snug fit, and this as well really fits in super nicely. So my compliments to Scanstrut. Boys and girls, you made a very, very nice product indeed. So it has been installed, quite obviously, because this is a massive tube. It will not close fully, but this is like, the combination of the rubber. It sits good. We now see if I can connect this to it. There we go. And now I have my steering pedestal installed. Yes, very good. I am actually wondering if I not should turn it around, because it is rather close to the steering wheel. And if I'm sitting on this end, which I do quite often if the auto helm is on, then it could be easier if I could actually see it from here. Let me give that a try. I actually think this works a lot better. Let's say I want to have a look at it from the pedestal. Then it is situated like this, which I think is like very convenient, because the wheel is out of the way. I have loads of space here. You can actually clip it so you can kind of see it. And then when I'm sitting here, I can basically just take it. I could even do it like this, and I can turn it around. Kind of see what's going on. And have the screen attached like that. Well, that's very convenient. And now actually comes the best part. So if you feel this screen is too small, you can imagine that in certain circumstances, for instance, you want to go to the harbor of IJmuiden, you want to have a little bit more control and zoom. Well, then what do? You just get it off, go in, get his big brother, and click it on. And there you go. I have like a huge ass screen, which is as solidly connected. This really is not going anywhere. And it is actually as handy. You can just use it. And I bought a waterproof casing for it. And I have a backup one, because you can run navionics on like 5 of these. But look at this. That's what I call rock solid. And this really, you know, it kind of flex a bit, but it's really, this really feels sturdy. This also, everything, like you see here, this stuff, everything is from, I think, cast aluminium, iron, I don't know what it is, but it's not plastic. This is plastic though. The connections are plastic, so that could go wrong. But like, look at it, how handy this is. Like, imagine you're in the boat and you just wanna see where you're going from there. And this kind of works. So let's assume you wanna go in, you can get it like this. You can go in like this, and you can now connect it here. The bracket I made actually fits the wee little pedestal. So now we have our navigation right over here. Let's assume it is night time, like dark, and you want to go to bed for 15 minutes. But your navigation apparatus is up there, and you want to kind of keep control of what's happening if like you wake up or something. So it is steering itself, which is frightening in itself. But I can now take this off, put it here, and ta-da! Because I refurbished the connection, I can even install it like this, go to bed here, which nicely fits, as you can see, and have my navigation. Oh. Auto shut off. Yeah, that I need to kind of arrange. Good idea. Jan, why don't you sleep like this? Alright, let's do this. There you go.
Reading it upside down might not be the handiest of things, but at least I can see something. And it's fairly easy. What I like best about it is that if you stand here, you're navigating or something, you can... That's like what I thought was one of the biggest drawbacks of these computers that you buy and then you have to install somewhere. They're always fixed in a position. So let's say it would be over there. It would be fixed over there. You had to go outside. So instead of doing that and buying another machine to go there, I just figured this is a lot handier. I really think this is very handy. This is basically a go anywhere solution because I did this. Let's say this one is outside, or for whatever reason this is not here, you can just get it off. By the way, here is the waterproof iPad casing, and then you could just take the other one and install it there, which is also handy if you go vlogging. Yes, the only thing you need to arrange is the light, but if that's done, it's done. So yeah, I think that's very convenient. What do you think? I think that's very convenient indeed. And there's one little magic thing that I did not show you, but I will show it to you right now, because I have one more goodie, and that's that little baby. So it will not be the first time that something goes wrong. So in order to have a backup plan, just in case this doesn't really work as designed, there is one more little trick in the box, and that is the suction device. You just pop it up. Oh yeah, open it up. You pop it up there, push it, close it, and this is what I would call solidly connected, which makes yeah. So as you can see, it's all a bit new to me. I need to fix this. Higher. Hello. Haha. That works like a charm. And now it is connected to the window, which obviously you don't want to lose, but I think it's tempered glass. That's pretty strong. This is the Drop Plus casing from Otterbox, which comes with some sort of a foamy thingy that has like all protection. So that sits in nicely snug. Turn it around, very handy. And just in case you're wondering, like, what's that? That is even the old Furuno that I didn't get out, because I figured it might actually be handy to just keep it, because it just works. So why would you toss something like this out if it works, right? So I every now and then switch it on and off to check if it works. So if you are talking redundancy, I would say I'm pretty redundant. I now have 5 navigation machines, 6 if I want, if I take all the old iPhones. I have a Furuno as a backup, so location wise I should be good. I tend to always buy the charts, so I feel I am pretty secure. Long story short, I think it's a good solution. I paid like $150 for all the Scanstrut stuff. Yes, that's a lot of money, but compared to buying a navigation machine, the charge that you need, if I would want to do what I do here, I would need 2 at least to be in and outside. It just doesn't make any sense to me. Drilling holes, pulling wires, I don't get it. And the best thing is the AIT 5000 from Digital Yacht is actually supplying the navigation location on the Nemea. So not only do you also see the AIS, you can set AIS alarms, you can use it for the anchor watch, you can use it for virtually everything, and it's like, I think, a very good value for money. And yes, if it's like in the worst of worst situations, but in all honesty,
in the worst of worst situations, you should not be navigating on an iPad. You should just look outside and get away from any land. And this sounds terrifying, but if I've learned one thing, you should not go to a harbor when it's like shit weather. So I will keep you posted, I guess. iPad and iPhone navigation only.
There it is. It's tilted a bit forward at the moment, and I adjusted the connector once more, put it up right. But this is really working well for me. And for those who say, yeah, but I have a steering computer, how do you do that? Well, I don't, because I have the wind vane, which serves me well. It doesn't work that well when under engine, but hey, you win some, you lose some, right? And for this particular setup, the sun obviously is a bit of an issue if it's shining straight at it. But up till now, I have never been in a situation that I was really unable to read it. So I will overcome, I guess. I hope you like this episode. I'm going to take care of the dog again and hope to see you next time. If you've liked it, leave a like. If you like, leave a comment and hit subscribe. See you later, boys and girls. Cheerio.
So this setup is to test how long it stays here. It's Saturday evening, 5 o'clock. There is a battery switch in there, and it's quite a lot more heavy than a phone. So I assume this to stay there for years on end. Probably doesn't, but let's see. And just in case it drops, I put some towels there so it doesn't break. So today we're Sunday, so this has been there for a full week. And it still is like I can hang on that, so I think that works.